because it just allows them a lot more flexibility in draft.
Perhaps. And it is Fleet on Driver's Jacks. Oh, the fun begins.
Yeah, playing against Karma.
It's going to be the lethality versus this game. Kind of surprised that he's opted for the Hail Blades instead of the Arcane Comet this game.
I was thinking the same thing. It feels like you're going to get a lot more interaction with the Comet rather than the Hail Blades, but maybe the idea is you get engaged with the Rel, you want to make sure you have the damage to follow up.
Minions have spawned.
On an all-in, or at least a big trade. I'm curious how the Volibear Lee Sin matchup is going to go, because they did pick it into the Lee, I think.
Yeah.
Like they
didn't. Lee got picked third.
Oh, so they first rotation.
Yeah, they did. It was Karma Volibear. Was it Karma Senna? No, they didn't.
I think it was Karma Senna, yeah. I think they might have picked, the Volibear into the Lee, so hopefully that is going to be performing. +1 for Driver.
Yeah, we've seen 2 Volibear jungle games so far already, and both of them left a bit to be desired, really.
Yeah, it just didn't look useful at all. Looked like it just was very squishy, died quickly. Not all that much threat. I mean, it was always tempting as a jungler to pick a champ with a point-and-click stun, essentially.
True. Do you remember, like, old Tarek?
Oh, yeah.
How absurd that champ was.
Shot his gems at you.
And then, like, he would break his armor shield thing. It'd just explode. Do you remember it was his W? And he'd have, like, this extra armor magic resist, like, glacial shield thing. Well, I guess it was gems, but...
Yeah.
And then it just bursted. It just did, like, a ridiculous amount of burst damage after he just stuns you.
That just sounds like Scion.
Old Scion? Yeah, it was, kind of. It was kind of like old Scion.
Same as old Scion.
I don't even remember old Tarek ult. I know it wasn't the same as old Scion ult.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember old Tarek all that much at all. I remember the particle effect for his stun, though.
Yeah.
That was torture.
Just
torture
little...
seeing that fly at you.
The old Poppy ult? Just choose a nemesis.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a throwback.
And you could just tower dive and take no damage.
That was one of the first champs. Like, I loved playing old Poppy. You build a Trinity Force, you pick a target, no one else on the enemy team can damage you. And you just run at them.
65, maybe finding an early gank here onto 116. He does manage to flash on out of there, but a little bit of early proactivity here coming out of 665 on this Volibear.
Yeah, there's that point-and-click stun. Making good use of that little pressure on 1116. And on a champ who is a lane bully, you want to be able to play aggressive. Might help Kriskata out a lot. Actually, Kriskata is so low, but he's going to be able to back and TP. I don't think DCG's bot lane should be in all that much trouble. Yeah, Husha is on a ward. Just looking at this Volibear, do they have smites?
Yeah, 65 does manage to smite the blue.
Still level 3.
Is not winning that trade up against Husha on the Lee Sin.
Tide is not scared on the Senna at all.
Yeah, once again, we're going to be seeing the Doran's Blade start coming out of Tide here on the Senna.
Yeah, just a little more lane power. Getting rid of
the Doran's Blade, like...
Oh, I thought they already kind of tried to nerf this start.
They're just taking it out of the game.
Wait,
so
how?
They're making a unique alongside, you know how like you can't buy a Doran's Blade and a Doran's Ring, for example, anymore.
Oh, right.
So now you can't buy the
unique.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
as well as the jungle item.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of junglers were just going D-Blade, first recall. Driver having a pretty good time in the top lane. Neither top laner using TP yet. And I don't think Taco will have to here either.
These Void Grubs don't really feel like they are 665s to take. He does get one of them. Hits the thumbs up.
Yeah, Kriskata doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he is... Well, I guess obviously 116 after losing the flash,
Yeah.
nearly dying, makes the lane a lot easier. I wonder if Arcane Comet might have been better in this matchup rather than the Aerie, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I know it just depends on how often you're trading as the Orianna, whether you go for the Comet or the Aerie.
Yeah. I guess Nico's going to be constantly walking up looking to land poke on you.
Driver not going to have any trouble getting this wave in and getting a recall if he wants to.
Massive mini wave. So it is 15 minions ahead for Driver, but assuming Taco gets the majority of those, it should even out.
Yeah, Driver actually just wailing on the tower. Picks up a plate for himself. And he may have to TP back to lane here. Aatrox does have a lot of wave clear. 665 was looking at the dragon, decided not to hit it.
And instead, Husha and 116 are using that timing now to pick it up for themselves. So, first dragon pretty handily going to go over now to BYG. I'm excited for when skirmishes start to happen, because there is always at least one ridiculous Nico ult.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of team fight on both these teams, really. I mean, DCG kind of just have the Orianna ult. We don't know what this Volibear really looks like in team fights.
He kind of got too far behind in both of his games yesterday to really... Well, not yesterday, sorry. I believe it was Tuesday. Or Monday, even.
Yeah, just...
To really see what effectiveness it can have. It just, I mean, one of them, I think Volibear finished like 1-8 or something. And in the other game, there was just a quadruple on multiple members as we get the flash forward. Nice work there, but it's going to be turned around, and 65 does manage to use that Stormcaller and turn around one kill. I thought Orca was for sure dead, but Karma is an absolutely undying champion.
Karma is such a difficult champ to kill at this point in the game, and he flashes really nicely out of Stay True's engage. Still eats the knock-up from the Rel, but yeah, manages to live, and they turn that around.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was dead after Stay True flashed forward and got that remount, knock it back, but wasn't able to finish off the kill. We'll get a replay of it.
Yeah, so Feng starts this fight really low already, which probably impacts, you know, how hard he can chase for any of these kills. And 665 is 6. Husha's somehow not 6. Oh, it was a flash ult missing from Feng there. And maybe even a late heal.
Ooh, picture in picture. Driver! He's going to have to flash away from that shockwave. So, Cascada fighting a nice roam timing is going to punish Driver up on the top side. Make this lane a little bit easier for Taco, who's found himself now at a 10 CS deficit. Although it is coming back.
So, at one point in this game, Husha was level 4 to 665's level 3 and taking 665's Grom. And somehow the Volibear gets to bot lane level 6 without Husha being level 5. And I think it was just Husha doing Void Grubs and Dragon might have just slowed down his farming.
Driver, he has no flash, does have Counter-Strike. He's not going to be able to use it to dodge out there of that stun. Activates his Grandmaster's Might though and runs down south of River. So should be safe, but it's another big cooldown going to be used. BYG in the meantime though, they're starting up these Void Grubs. They did get 3 in total. These last 2 seemingly are going to go over now to DCG.
Yeah, it looks like 3 each, so no real impact of the Void Grubs for either team, I would expect this game. I think Jax likes the Void Grubs more than any champ in this game, really. So not as much of a split push menace as he maybe could be. Husha is here if 665 overcommits.
Going to Driver. Ooh. And just to make it out of that pullback from the Infernal Chain.
Yeah, Driver maybe needs a little attention from his teammates. He's received a lot of attention from the enemy team.
Taco has World Ender. He's going to pop it. Through comes the center ult, and Taco's just going to finish it off with auto attacks. The Dawning Shadow not even landing for the damage, but the shield gives Taco the confidence to continue on forward through to the tower.
Yeah, he's going to get at least one plate as well. Oh, Husha dodges out of the shockwave nicely. And 1-on-6 is behind Taco on the top side, though.
Yeah. Oh, Pop Blossom coming through. Taco should be taken out here. Will be fouled, and that's a kill back to BYG. 1-on-6 getting his team's first kill now on the board.
Yeah, got greedy for an extra plate there, Taco.
6-5 does have their Stormcaller teleport coming through. This is going to be Cascada arriving. Nice crash down, nice Magna Storm. It's onto 2. 6-5 is going to get taken down as soon as that tower is reactivated. Husha ward jumping over. Q will connect. That's going to not tempt him in.
Yeah, still a 3v3 at that point when he lands the Lee Q, so not going to follow up on that, but still a massive win for Beyond. Driver is loving this in the mid lane. Picks up 2 plates. And I think maybe the Volibear ult didn't deactivate the tower there. I'm not entirely sure.
Surely it did.
It felt like he maybe went too far with it, but we'll see on the replay.
Yeah.
Either way, well played from Beyond. Feng still has his flash and doesn't go down. Stay True just got his flash back up now. And yeah, barely anything used from the side of Beyond against the TP and 2 flashes on the side of DCG.
Yeah, but it is DCG who are looking for this dragon. Husha arrives in the pit and he's going to steal it away. Ward jumps on out of there. 1-on-6 on the top side of this fight. Doesn't have Pop Blossom just yet. He's going to get chained up by Orca on this Nico. He still does not have that Pop Blossom. He's going to get taken down. 6-5 going to claim that one. Nice flash from Feng. Gets himself out of that shockwave, which will not land onto anyone after the flash does secure his safety, but 6-5, he's landed that point and click stun, and Orca's landed the Mantra Q, and all of a sudden Feng still does die on the top side, 2 for 2, but the Dragon steal from Husha.
Yeah, well played by Husha. Pretty smooth steal there, and then Orca flashes on to 1-on-1-6 to make sure he goes down there, but it just takes them a little longer than you'd expect to take him out. We'll see this very smooth steal from Husha. You didn't really see it drop below 1k there. And yeah, flash here from Orca onto the Nico. But it takes her forever to die. And then a nice flash from Feng here, out of Cascada's ultimate. Means it ends up being a 2 for 2, favoring Beyond. Yeah, favoring Beyond, definitely, because they get the dragon anyway. They do lose flash on Feng. And Stay True.
Alright, the scene on the vision. Husha though, Sonic Wave lands, resonating strike going to come through. Has that Sundered Sky, so the damage is pretty immense, but not going to be able to find the kill onto Tide.
Yeah, Tide is here trying to protect Taco, but I don't think there are enough members of DCG to defend this tower. Though I'm not sure Driver can actually take the full tower. Taco does have TP soon.
Going to get 1, now 2 plates.
Oh, Taco just staying.
Hopefully confident.
There's still 3 members up here for Beyond. Taco's almost definitely going down.
I think Taco might just be dead. World in to use. Flash, Dragon's Rage. Flash from Driver. Stuns up that Aatrox. And now teleport coming through from Orca. But Stay True's tanked that tower for such a long time. He goes down. It's going to be a double.
Okay, it looked like a disaster for Orcas. Yesterday we saw a couple TPs where people were just going down after TPing, but does manage to get a double kill and actually protect the tower. Maybe 1-on-1-6 is just going to pick it up here, though.
See what DCG want to do. They are posturing to contest this Rift Herald.
It's 3v2.
Husha's going to be able to get that smite. He's now got the Rift Herald picked up. 6-5 coming through, but he's going to go down. Pop Blossom. It's only 1 man, but it's on to Taco, who's doing so much damage. If you let him 3, he is now very, very low. His teleport coming through from Driver as well. But all things said and done, it is just going to be a wipe.
Yeah.
The remaining 3 members, actually it was Taco going down twice in the play, the extended play, but
yeah, very greedy for Taco again to stay here after he knew that 3 members of Beyond were here, forcing him back. Orca with a sidestep on that rel Q means he ends up getting a double kill here and saving the turret, so heroic out of Orca.
Stay True lost his entire health bar in that play to the tower.
Yeah. That was a very ramped up tower.
He tanked 4 tower shots.
Yeah, and it's going to be a very big karma out of Orca now. Driver on top of Cascada.
Does he really have the damage to do this? I mean, he thinks he does. Shockwave coming out of Cascada. Leap Strike not going to be available. 65 coming up here to see if he can answer back. Command Dissonance should give him some speed, but Driver's just going to realize that this place is no longer safe to be and back on out of there. Although 665 and Tide are still on the hunt up in that top side.
Yeah, I just don't think they have damage to kill the Jacks. So they are TPing Cascada up here. And in response to that TP, Beyond have dropped a Rift Herald mid.
He will absolutely be a drifter. Does crash it in and collect himself a mid tower. Alright, okay.
Is this for the bot turret? Does it make it to bot turret? I don't think it does, right?
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Oh, can he weave it through? No, no way.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Fing, he's laughing on the player cams. He just made the play of the PCS playoffs thus far.
Yeah, and that's not a full licensed play. That's maybe forklift certified.
Yeah. No one else in the game actually realized that they were in the presence of someone that's got their forklift license.
Yeah, let him drive from now on. Pretty massive
Name swap,
play.
maybe? Name swap Fing and Driver, perhaps?
Yeah, true.
I've never seen Driver pull that off.
Yeah, no way.
I've seen a few people crash it just immediately into a wall, too.
Yeah, as soon as getting into it. Ultimately,
I didn't think it would make it that far, but clearly it does.
Yeah, I thought it didn't actually make it the entire way there.
Oh, Husha should have a ward.
Oh, Husha is level 11.
His team's coming. He doesn't have a ward, I guess, at the moment. Or maybe he just didn't want to use it. Obviously, the shorter cooldown on Safeguard if you use it to a teammate rather than a minion or a ward.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like a third or a quarter even of the cooldown.
So it's going to be on Orca to land some poke before this fight starts. He is most of his team's gold. And maybe some heroic Orianna ult from Cascada too. As the gold lead's not that big, but the levels, especially in the jungle, are on Beyond's side.
All right, keep your eyes on 116 here in this fight. Although Driver on the bottom side, he's getting stunned up, and Orca finding a lot of damage with that Magic Q, but the Pop Blossom's coming through. It's on to 2 on the top, and an immediate 2 kills found for BYG. Good Shockwave in return to Stay True. Not likely long before this world, as it's going to be Cascada finishing off that kill, and 3 very, very low health bars on the side of BYG. Cascada flashing forward, he gets himself a double now. Orca still on hot pursuit. Mantra Q will not connect, as Husha does manage to get himself a hop, skip it, a jump away. That one will, though. And it's 4 kills for DCG.
Yeah, and you couldn't really tell who was winning that fight until the very end. Both teams playing that fight really well, landing multiple man ultis.
That was a 3v5.
Yeah, I think it was just 665 and Tide, getting engaged on with that
665 killed. No, who killed Driver? Oh, it was Orca and Taco.
It was Orca and Taco on the bottom side of the fight, killing off Driver immediately, but then Beyond find a really good 2-man engage with the Rel Nico onto the jungle and AD of DCG. But DCG, Cascada holds onto his ulti for a really long time in that fight and manages to find a big ult, and I think that's what turns the fight around. You're going to see Driver just get taken out immediately here. Then meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, it's 665 and Tide getting caught in a big combo. And then, yeah, the Shockwave almost hits more, but ends up just hitting 2 people, and Taco with a nice flash onto Feng. Once you start losing members in these fights, and if Aatrox still has his ulti up, he can just completely take over.
All right, it's round 2. Pop Blossom comes through, 3-man this time. That's 1 more than last. And they're going to be finding 1 kill immediately, but it's DCG who pick up 2 for themselves. Feng is not participating at all in this team fight. He's still hitting the dragon, and so despite the early start, the 3-man Pop Blossom is all going to be DCG. Another kill here for Taco. 116 going to try and get himself out to safety. He's done some mind games with the Nico, and he does eventually use that upgraded blast cone to get out of there, but what on earth was Feng doing in the Dragon Pack?
I have no idea. We knew this game was going to get exciting once they got into the skirmishes and team fights. didn't expect all of these multiple man ults from both sides landing. And yeah, Feng was just found himself with his pants down in the back of the Dragon Pit.
Oh my god, we go
here.
again. It's 5 members versus 2. Husha's on the way. 116 does not have Pop Blossom. This should be the Baron going over.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for Nico without ult, especially, to contest here.
This is going to be that. At least
Orca.
Baron. Orca, though, he might be caught out. Resonating Strike, Sonic Wave, everything landing. He is healing. He is doing damage. He is dodging. The Ward Drum and then the Auto will secure that one for BYG. So one Baron taken out, but it is the Baron buff ultimately picked up.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be watching Feng here because I'm not sure what happens. There is, of course, the 4-man Nico ult here. 3-man, sorry. And Feng just gets stuck in the pit. I guess he can't walk past Cascada here. If you see where Cascada's positioned the entire fight, Feng can't walk past him. Tries to make a run for it at the end, but gets chased down. And the Senna ult used really well this fight by Tide. Blocked so much of that engage from beyond.
Orca's quite happy.
Yeah. Does go down, so it's going to slow down DCG a bit with this Baron, but once he's up, he's a very strong member of the team, and they can look to Siege.
It's a 3k gold lead. Baron power play on the cards here for DCG. Of course, Orca going down was a big shutdown. I believe it was a 500 gold shutdown. Went over to Husha, which possibly not who you wanted on, although this guy does have Eclipse.
Yeah, he is massive on the Lee Sin. 7, 2, and 5.
6-5 though, he is not scared. Oh, teleport coming through. This is going to be 116. This could be huge. It's only going to be 2. And it's going to be immediately stunned on up. He does get the Zhonya's off, and they find the first kill. It's Cascada taken out. Nice and early. Tide, though, he's still doing damage. 665 as well. There's so many low health bars. Feng stayed alive, and Feng's found all the damage he needs to. Sonic Wave does connect, but he's not willing to go forward. This Volley Bear is just charging forward. One more ward jump away from the Mantra Q means that Husha will live to see another day, but it's a 2 for 2 in the team fight.
Yeah, importantly for Beyond, it's a big win for Beyond, I think, because they just completely shut down this Baron play that could have come out from DCG. A nice TP flank from 1116 completely splits DCG up. Look where Tide ends up this fight on the Senna. He does navigate the fight well for where he ends up stuck behind the enemy team. On a flank of Senna, not where you want to be, but it doesn't really get to play the front-to-back fight you want as the Senna. Completely separated from Orca.
And Feng is just not able to do anything.
Yeah.
This really is seeming like Husha alongside 116 really having to find something to allow Feng to participate in these fights, because at the moment he certainly hasn't had that opportunity.
Yeah, Driver not getting a lot of value out of the Jax this game. Doesn't feel like the best Jax game. With, you know, Orianna and Karma able to deal with the Jax through Counter-Strike pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Aatrox doesn't care about it all that much. And, you know, he was shut down in lane by how much pressure DCG put on him.
Oh, 116. Tower's disabled. He's going to get the Pop Blossom off, but it's only going to land onto 665. He does have Zhonya's, and it's a Zhonya's onto that Shockwave. Driver coming in for the teleport is going to look for that Counter-Strike, but won't be able to land it as it was flashed away from Tide. But it is just the pick found. 665 going down after that tower dive, and 116 only just being able to survive.
Yeah, it was actually 1116's flash at the end there, so Nico without flash, you're going to suffer a little more, but that's still just... I mean, 1116 single-handedly shuts down that siege on the tier 2. Yeah, looking like a demon on the Nico. Hasn't picked up many kills.
Yeah, those are all Hushas.
But has had massive impact in every fight.
Absolutely. Cascada, though, I mean, he is going to do so much damage if he lands an ultimate. He wasn't able to do that time.
Yeah.
Really nice time. Zonya's out of 116. Avoids all damage and manages to flash away from any follow-up.
There is a Maw and a Negatron cloak picked up for Husha and Driver. So they're going to be taking a lot less damage from Orca and Cascada.
Trying to stay true. Ignite! Oh my god, the blast point! Tide! We've seen DCG do this before! Tide's just ended up in the middle of 4 members! Tide's ended up dead! It's a 4v5! This could be Dragon's sole point here. And the flash away. The shockwave doesn't connect. And now Husha's going to have free reign. Driver lands a stun onto Orca. Pop Blossom's coming through. It's not even needed, as it's just going to be a clean team fight. The second time now have we seen a member of DCG, a carry of DCG, blast cone into the middle of the enemy team.
What is it with this team and the improved blast cones? And I think any kind of blast cone there, Tide was just throwing himself to the wolves. I'm confused, and I'm confused by the re-engage attempt
There's
too.
no way he hit it right.
No, he does hit it.
Oh, he must have accidentally clicked it.
It looked deliberate. Check his PC, check his DMs. And then the re-engage was, honestly, to me, equally puzzling. It looks like 665 is not fully committed to it. He turns around.
That shockwave would have landed if 665 didn't run away.
Yeah, he ran away because I don't think that was a very coordinated play at all, obviously. and like, I think they were just maybe miscommunicating about what they wanted to do there. Maybe half the team saying, no, don't fight, it's 4v5. And, you know, and the other half of the team saying we found a go onto Varus.
Yeah, I think if 605 was 1 pixel further towards Feng, that is a dead Varus. Crypt Bloom now completed for Cascada. I don't think we'll see that blast cone incident happen again. You know, last time it was Cascada who did it, and it only happened once.
I didn't think we'd see it at all, but yeah.
Gotta make it fun.
Yeah. Game pretty much even now, 1K separating the teams, but 3 dragons for Beyond is a big deal. Feng may be in trouble.
Stormcaller being used here, but it's the Chain of Corruption to answer, and a nice chunk of damage taken away from this Volibear's health bar. The improved blast code for Feng, however, gets him to safety. Stay true, he's still looking for an angle. Driver does have flash, but Orca's going to spot him out.
3 dragons for Beyond. Gonna make this very annoying to play for DCG.
And gold just even.
Yeah, somehow. A lot of it is on Lee Sin.
Just quietly, there's, you know, over 30 kills.
Yeah. Yeah, these teams, it feels like we can barely get a word in. Up until about now, where we've got a quiet minute, it's just been non-stop fighting. Driver, I don't think Taco's really all that much of a threat onto him.
Yeah, he's taking out the minion wave, but Driver's taking out his tower. And now Driver does commit the ultimate. Taco, I think, wisely backing off. Now he's certainly going to be favored in the side lane up against an ultimate-less Jax.
Yeah. So what is that Jack show next for Driver?
Yes.
Going for a more tanky build. He definitely still beats the Aatrox, I would think. Aatrox not really built for fighting the Jax.
No, he wants to one-shot Feng.
Yeah. And he's been doing a good job of keeping Feng into these fights. Feng's somehow gotten himself a 350 gold shutdown. After a pretty shaky start to this game, honestly.
Cosmic Drive completed for Orca, and he's got himself an Oblivion Orb too to cut down a bit of that healing. Not that there is all that much. It is mainly Husha, as well as Driver with healing available.
Yeah, I mean, Husha is maybe the strongest member of this team. Varus very strong once he's at this 3-item spike. He's going to get us to Rildas as well.
He is definitely struggling to do any auto attack, and it is really just...
Yeah, at least he's the lethality Varus, though.
Yeah.
A lot of wave clear, plenty of squishy targets. He's not going to do much to this Volibear.
Oh, there's an... Oh, boy.
There's a minion behind DCG.
Oh, we've seen an incident. These improved blast cones, they're getting everyone. 116 though, with a bit of CC in his kit and a bit of movement speed, is able to actually get out of there. I was worried for a second.
Yeah, no follow-up on the stun there from 665. Rest of his team not as quick as he is. Husha.
Oh. I want to see a crazy Lee Sin play.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard against the Volibear and the Orianna, I think. You saw 665 there. Once he landed the Q, Husha landed the Lee Sin Q. He was just standing between the Lee Sin and the Q target to stun him on his way past, and then, you know, you take that Q and you land stunned, you can't really make the play, right?
For sure. Dragon Soul spawning. 5 more seconds. It is the Kimtech Soul, of course. We'll see if Beyond are able to get it. 65, he's sprinting on forward. Yomu's is going to be popped there from Feng to give him that movement speed to get away.
Yeah,
Dragon
this is
now.
Soul.
Yeah, the Soul has started. Taco, he's used his Blast Cone. They've found out it's 3,000 health, and it is getting denied, at least for now. Driver, though, he's found his way onto Tide, and it's going to be 65 who picks up the smite, picks up the kill there, shut down onto Husha. 65 will go down on the top side, and Zonya's out of 116, but he's able to flash away, he's able to live. Driver on the top, he's 1v3, almost taking one. He's getting Cascada low, but he's not going to be able to find it. And now Taco is running forward with the speed ups coming through here from Cascada and Orca, but it will end with the Dragon, importantly, and the shutdown found.
Yeah, Driver lives on 1 HP. Not Driver, sorry. Tide lives on 1 HP when Driver goes onto him. Driver doing the majority of his team's damage there. And Taco engaged that fight by just walking past Beyond and getting onto Husha. On the Dragon, 665 pretty much just walking to the Dragon too.
No Pop Blossom. This is a scary position for a Nico to be against you, but Chain of Corruption missing as well. Taco, he might be going down though. Taco pulps the World Ender, gets a shield coming out of Orca, and eventually will find a kill too. That's a bit of health back. Pop Blossom very, very close to being up now. 116, can he remain hidden? It's going to be up. Is he going to find 1, 2, 3? Can he find 4? Taco's got the Infernal Chains and will shut down the play. But 1116 with some heroics on the back end of the play.
Yeah, you see why we respect this guy's Nico so much. That was kind of ridiculous. Orca put some moves onto Feng as well to live on 1 HP, but then 1116 shuts it down. And I really can't believe they just managed to walk past Beyond here. With Stay True and 1116 should have been able to stop this Aatrox just walking past them, I think. No, Nico's on the mid wave. So really nice smite from 665. Would have been a much more difficult fight had the Soul gone over to Beyond. Honestly, Driver probably gets the kill on Tide here. Definitely gets the kill on Tide here. But yeah, they managed to kite him out and take him down. Taco coming alive in these last couple fights as well.
Somehow we remain at a nearly dead even game.
Yeah.
We're nearing on 50 kills now. Still no Dragon Soul. The only Baron that was taken resulted in a team fight loss and no real gain.
Feng finishes as Cyrilda's. Gonna mean he's doing a bit more damage to 665 and Orca, who's building his Zonyas now. I'm surprised he didn't build Pen on the Karma, but I guess Karma, you maybe have enough utility in your kit that you can just build AP and benefit enough from that.
Sure. Driver now, he's certainly coming to quite a bit of strength on this Jax. Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were used to seeing earlier in the split, right? Where it's just 2 Goliaths in the top lane just taking over team fights.
For sure. Although, I think we can't disclude 116.
Yeah, he has been a monster on the Nico. Scoreline maybe doesn't reflect it.
Yeah, 65 now, he's starting up the Baron. No teleport's really going to be needed as everyone is still in the mid lane here for BYG. Not going down that quickly, of course. Senna, one of the slowest AD carries to do it. Nice amount of Q lands onto 2 members, but it is just Husha and Stay True, so not all that impactful.
Yeah, DCG can just tank this Baron all day, though. It's just, I'm not sure if they want this fight. Look at 1116. on the blast gun.
Yeah, he's found himself a flank. Storm comes through. 116. He has flash. He has pop. Blossom. He's going to come in. He finds two. And it's on to the two AP carries. They're going to go down. Tide had already gone down. Husha is going to find this kill eventually. No, it's 116. And now teleport out of Taco. He's trying to live so he can try and defend. It's only 665 and Taco that do remain.
Yeah, flash engage from Seitru catches out Feng, or Tide, sorry, instantly that fight. And then a really nice follow-up from 1116 and 0 damage from Cascada and Tide in that fight, just going down in 1cc. 1cc chain.
There is 10 seconds remaining on Tide. Orca as well is spawning in 20. But it's going to be Beyond who just pulled the trigger. Shutdown is going to come through. That's going to go over to Feng. Next tower 1 goes down. Tide now respawning, but it's still 2v5. And the 5 win that 9 times out of 10. Beyond eventually take game number 1 in an absolute thriller.